Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today we'll be talking about the perks you should probably avoid, perks that are overpowered, and list of bonky builds that I have created for you to use and that will be explained throughout this video. And of course, discuss the most overpowered bonky, who I honored nicknaming the triple threat bonky. Now, let's first talk about the overpowered perks. Now, as we could tell, the most overpowered perk in the game, Sabotaged. If you already knew about this, it's because you have experience with the game. You can bonk a generator to make it go haywire. The next test on that generator is Scrambled. Sabotage is probably the most annoying, overpowered, and easily could make survivors go insane, even if they have a plan to counter this perk in game. The solution to this perk is that you mostly have to have communication among your teammates, but if Bonky catches your plan or has a pattern to go against it, you're gonna likely be screwed unless you find another plan with your teammates. And another counter of Sabotage is basically using something called Tech Whiz. If you fail a generator repair test, you only lose half as much progress, 5% instead of 10%. Now, that was all the perks that I could think about that is overpowered right now, because everything else can be countered with another perk, and of course I won't go too much detail. It's just like simple stuff and you can probably see it's self-explanatory. Our next overpowered ability is Bonky Bounce. Bonky Bounce is really good for Bonky when it comes to survivors trying to escape him, but the overpowered part to this ability is that he can see everyone near him when he is in the sky. As you can tell, this is very similar towards something called Clown Radar, where you reveal survivors within your fear aura for the next 25 seconds. Well, of course, without the marks. Bonky players can even come back down to land where they like, in front of you probably, or right behind you, of course if they jumped towards your direction. Even though this is a very understandable ability, it could be overpowered with perks like I See You, which we'll explain later in the video. To usually avoid this type of bonky for survivors out there, the ability shows every survivor when the ability is being currently used. Most likely find a hiding spot where you're under a roof or in a bush so he doesn't see you from up above. Now let's see the perks you should be avoiding from Bonky and their good sides. Brainiac. When you use your ability, reveal the closest survivor for 5 seconds. Your move speed doesn't escalate as the midnight nears. Brainiac sounds like a good idea, but holds you back because you won't be able to become faster in longer rounds. And not only that, but it just gives you one singular survivor who could just easily spotted by a failed generator repair on your Clown Radar or the perk Leaving So Soon. Not only where it shows what generator is getting to 70% progress, but it will also make you gain stealth and 25% movement speed for 5 seconds. I'd rather have Leaving So Soon more than Brainiac, and look at the level on Brainiac, that's crazy. Now the next perk on our list for the bad perks, or the perks you probably should be avoiding, is that Silent but Deadly. Your fear aura size is reduced by 50%, however you are 10% slower. This also sounds so good, but putting it on, realizing how slow you could possibly be, ruins your chances of being able to chase down a survivor who has an escapist build or is good at running away. The good side is most likely to put it on a sneak build for Bonky. Our next bad perk on the list is I See You. When you bonk a survivor, reveal other survivors' locations within fear aura distance for 5 seconds. Even though I just said that this was useful if you add it to Bonky Bounce, generally it's still kinda mid if you have this on, even a little worse if you have it on your Clown Radar, but it gives you an extra 5 seconds! Yeah, but there's way better perks to add to this one, especially with Spot Radar. Alright, now as you can tell, it was the final perk that you should probably be avoiding. Now we're going to move on to the part where you guys all wanted to see, it is the builds. So these bonky builds are basically created by me. These builds should be at least average. The first bonky we'll be talking about is Demolition Bonky. Now, generally, you hate generators, and you hate how people just keep getting generators finished so fast for no reason. I got the bonky for you. First of all, put Butterfly Effect or Sabotage on one perk, Swing and Miss on the second perk, and Power Drain or Leaving So Soon on the third perk. And then with your ability of Clown Radar. For your first perk, basically you will just keep destroying generators here and there, and that's good. Swing and Miss could help you very easily with trying to hunt people down, especially recovering. Power Drain or Leaving So Soon, these will actually actually worsen the people's gens, and only that, you can tell which one is 70% depending on which one you put. Bully Bonky. For this build, you like to aggressively hunt survivors one by one. Now, you're basically just a menace to society. It's nearly overpowered, but if you start losing your pattern, it scraps. You have to catch up. The perks you're going to need on this one is Sabotage or Butterfly effect on the first perk, Swing and Miss for the second perk, Terrifying Presence on the third perk. Ability of Clown Radar. Comp Bonky. You hate when people escape too easily, especially if they are just distracting you from other survivors. So the perks you need for this is basically Swing and Miss, Maybe So Soon, and Terrifying Presence. Your ability will be Clown Radar or Sneak. This will help you figure out where they're most likely at, or sneak around them so they don't know you're there. Leaving So Soon will actually help you, because if someone tries to complete a generator, you now have a choice to go fast towards the escapist or the person distracting you, or go faster towards the people working on the generator. Swing and Miss, of course you can recover, and Terrifying Presence to make sure to slow them down if they're inside your fear aura. Sneaky Bonky. Now, Sneaky Bonky is where you like to hunt quietly and unexpectedly. The perks for this is Terrifying Presence, Leaving So Soon, and Midway Magic, or Silent but Deadly. And of course, Silly Sneak. Now, this will be the overpowered build. This is all what you've been waiting for. The triple threat Bonky. You will need Sabotage, Midway Magic, and Swing and a Miss. And the ability of Bonky Bounce. The reason why I say this is the most overpowered Bonky build I've seen yet, not only you have an overpowered perk just to go any generator to haywire it, you'll also have Midway Magic to sure you can jump farther if you like, to make sure you can scout the area. But also, if you miss a person who is running, you can easily just recover and go back to hunting with Swing and a Miss. The possibilities are endless with this Bonky. However you decide to play this build, you will still have most of the game in your hands. You could play any way with this build. That's why I say it's the almost overpowered build as well, because you can do whatever and you'll still probably win. Of course, if you don't know how to play the game, then I don't know how you even got it like to level 40, but hey, you did what you did. Well, I will be making more videos about this later, about what's the best survivors, what's the best map locations, and other stuff coming along the way. So make sure to subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell, and with that being said, I'll see y'all later. Peace out. Oh, now I'm looking that way. Oh, this is the peace out. Oh, this is the peace out part. What do we do? Let's just slide. I'm not gonna lie, I love this game. So good. Is that enough? Is that enough time where I gotta cut off the video? Is that enough? I don't know. We'll do one more slide before it cuts off.